Why it ain't nobody but us TikTok. We appreciate the platform while we got it. Appreciate the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals. Peace, light, and love to everybody that can see me and hear me. If you can see me and hear me, let it be known. Internet been kind of hinky lately, so we just making sure before we start cooking on what we call Freya's Day or Frigga's Day. What's going on? What's happening? If you can hear me, peace, love, and light to you. If you can see me, if you can hear me, what's happening? Uh, I'm gonna call it a freestyle day. That mean whatever topic, if you happen to been listening to me, following the lives, whatever topic you might got on your mind, hey, we can address that today. I got a few things that done came across, some fresh downloads to share with you, some fresh perspectives to share with you. So hopefully it'll match up. I'm dealing trigger warning to the Christians right now. You're a Christian. You may be triggered by the information you're about to hear in this live. So I'm going to encourage you to keep scrolling. If you're not ready to deconstruct your belief system or your book, I advise you to just continue scrolling so as to not cause you a crisis of existential crisis. We don't want you going through a dark night of the soul before it's your time. So if you're not ready to deconstruct your religion, if you're not ready to question your belief system, scroll on. But if you are, and if you are ready, hey man, we finna do some Bible deconstruction today a little bit while we freestyle. Peace everybody, what's happening? First thing first, before I get into it, hey y'all, man, I've been looking at the distraction of the attempts to distract us. I've been looking at it, paying attention, because they always coming with attempts to distract. So let me say this. Y'all remember the March on Washington with Martin Luther King? And then you had the Million Man March with Farrakhan. Y'all remember that? I'm here today to let you know that those were big, colossal wastes of time and a drain of your energy. So let me help you make it, because a lot of people gonna hear this and get emotionally triggered. You know, I'm talking about people that you feel like you know and love and like or whatever, believe in, follow or whatever. And I'm not trying to disparage them personally. I don't know them personally. I'm just looking at leadership quality and effective leadership. So what we set out to get, we didn't get. So let me show you what's happening. What it looked like, a million people coming together to go march on Washington, a million melanated men to come together to march on Washington and demand that they do this, that, and the third for us. But it's a million of us. How about it's a million of us? How about we see to our own needs? I mean, it is a million of us together. Which one is more effective? A million of us getting together to go complain to the white tea people about what they ain't giving us, or a million of us coming together and seeing to our own needs? Which would be more effective? If you could gather a million people and get a million people to move, would you get a million people together so that they can go complain? Or would you get a million people so they can move about seeing to their own needs? We talking about leadership now. We're not talking about pageantry and showmanship, because you've been entertained. You haven't been led. Nobody's led anything. They've just come and danced in front of you and played and made you feel good. Don't be ashamed to tap that screen, man. Make sure we engage. That's all. We want to let the monitors know that we people are engaged. I'm gonna repeat what I said. You got a million people. You got a million people that's coming together. But the million people, instead of coming together, seeing to our own needs, coming up with a plan that we can implement, we came together so we can go to the government and complain. Which is more effective? I'm asking, which is more effective? A million people coming together and seeing to their own needs, or a million people coming together to complain to the government? Looked like you was dealing with some control opposition, but it was entertaining to you, so you went along with it, but the results were zero. You got zero done. We talking about leadership. Leadership get results. Don't leadership don't pacify you, make you feel good because you had somebody that complained with and everybody was on the same page. Leadership get results. Then before the Million Man March, that was a copy of the March on Washington. Martin Luther King looked out here. It was hundreds of thousands of melanated people out here with the same mission. We done came together. We halfway there. We done came together. But what we gonna come together to do? Complain and cry and sing songs. That's not leadership. That's entertainment. That's being pacified and coddled while you get drained for your energy. So we're gonna talk about the manipulation of energy and what real authentic leadership look like. It manifests in other leaders and other people seeking to be independent. So Martin Luther King, what was he? He was the Christian. Farrakhan was Islam. He was Muslim. These are the two religions. These are the two thieves that you are crucified in between. Let me help you break this down. So the sun and the moon are eyes. In one religion, you got the crescent moon. This is what we're dealing with, the crescent moon, because you're dealing with the eye opening in phases. So the eye is just now opening, there's a little bit of light, and as it goes in phases, the eye open all the way up. Then you got so this is what we talking about, the crescent moon. Then the Christians, you got the cross, but they talking about the path of the sun, because the sun goes up and down, back and forth. Crucified in between two thieves. So these two thieves is playing with you, manipulating your energy so that you won't be able to use it towards your benefit. It's wasted. As long as you continue to focus on your oppressors and what they doing, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, to hell with what they doing. That's our problem. They keep hitting you with the distraction to get you to look over here and look at this. Hey, man, to hell with what they got doing in their world. It's their world. The heaven and the earth, though, we was given to us. But they built their world on top of our heaven and earth, which is our inheritance. But let me make sure I do this and do this in order. Imagine if you would, have you ever woke up and didn't know where you were or when it was? Have you ever woke up, didn't know where you were or what time it was? Had that ever happened to you and you were disoriented? Imagine waking up not knowing where you are, not knowing when it is, and not knowing who you are. Imagine waking up not knowing where you are, when it is, or who you are. Let me ask you something about yourself. Who are you? Where you come from? Do you know or have it been hidden from you? Where are you? Do you know, or did somebody tell you where you are and you just believed it? Mic check, make sure I'm up in here. Everybody that can see and hear me, peace and love and good vibration to everybody that can see. Y'all know how I do on these days when I just chop it up. I've been coming on at different times because I'm going through this fast, and my sleeping and my schedule kind of been upside down as I cope with the fast. I'm not a religious person, but I fast regularly. In the term Ramadan mean hot or scorching, because your boy get lit up, you know what I mean, when we get on this spiritual path. So I'm finna take you down through something and help you understand something from this angle. So if you've ever had a dream or nightmare and you woke up, boom, you didn't know where you was, when it was, you was confused and disoriented. Imagine this, you wake up, don't know who you are, where you are, or when it is. This is triple darkness. If you add why you are, it's still triple darkness, because 0, 1, 2, 3. You in the dark. Completely in the dark. Now, what if the Most High, we'll use the term God, since this is what people familiar with. God say, let there be light, but he's saying it from within you. Now, you woke up, you didn't know who you was, you didn't know where you was, you didn't know when it was. It was completely dark around you. And then from inside of you, the Most High said, let there be light. It ain't no lights coming on around you on the outside. It's still gonna be just as dark as it was before let there be light. But now that the light is, you know you in the dark. I'm gonna repeat that. You woke up, you didn't know when you were, who you were, or where you were. From inside of you, the Most High said, let there be light. And the light cut on in you. Outside of you, it was still dark, but inside of you, you knew that you were in the dark. And you're standing at the water's edge. Fasting is spiritual anyways. Yeah, and you standing at the water's edge. So marinate on that. When the Most High say, let there be light, and speaking from within you, it's not going to change anything on the outside. It's going to change your perspective of what's going on. Now you know where you are, who you are, and when it is. You know you in the dark. You know you dealing with some confusion. You know you dealing with some deception. You know you got some work to do to get to the bottom of the mystery, the my story. When you first wake up, the crescent moon, the first little slither of light. Yeah, yeah. So now you know that you're in the dark. And once you know that you're in the dark, okay, kind of eliminate some of the fear and the confusion. Because at first, I didn't know where I was, what was going on. But now that the light is on, I know where I'm at. I'm in the dark. And I know just like I'm lit up on the inside, I got to get me some light on the outside. But now that the light is on, one of the attributes of light is patience. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to hold up. And if I'm patient and I maintain myself, it's some light coming. Now, let's get into some quantum physics. I know I'm going fast, but I just gotta go. They say in quantum physics, things manifest when you focus on them. But when you first woke up and you didn't know where you were and when it was, who you were, you really couldn't focus on anything, or whatever you did focus on, you didn't know what you was focusing on. Your peripheral vision, everything that manifests because you can somehow, in some shape, form, or fashion, observe it. And once it's observed, it manifests. So we dealing with you first waking up and you looking at the heavens and the earth, but you don't know what they are. And you standing at the water's edge and you looking at your reflection, but you don't know what you look like. Till the light cut on, and you know you in the dark, and you know that the reflection is you. There's nothing to fight. And that there's a separation between your reflection in the water and your reflection above the water. You know that there's a separation. Just helping you understand it from a whole nother angle so we can get out of spooktified fairy tale cartoon land with this understanding. We talking about when you first wake up. The time, and if you think objectively, whenever the time that you woke up and you didn't know where you were, and when you came back to yourself and figured out, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what's going on, it's the same thing as God saying, let there be light. Nothing on the outside of you changed. Inside of you, you became aware and conscious of what was going on. That's the light. And then you can start building and creating. So I always take the time to show the people Genesis 1:26 and the difference between Genesis 1:26 and Genesis 2:7 to show you that Genesis 1:26 describes a birth process. That's how we all got here. I got here, you got here, so that we can speak objectively, so we can stop spookifying the book. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 describes a birth process. It is a miracle. He say, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Now, when you make a child, it's a us thing, ain't it? All right. And the us that participating in making the man that's going to be made by us is going to come out in y'all likeness and in y'all image. True or false? All right, well, that's the creation process of the Most High, the King. You know, the family. It's a family affair. That's Genesis 1:26. It is a birth. This is described how we get born, because that's what we are. We born into it. Now, Genesis 2, verse 7 describe the animation of a corpse. Is that how you got here? I'm just asking, which one can you relate to? Were you born into this place, or were you a dead, unalive body and somebody breathed life into you, and that's how you came into existence? I'm asking which one. Because it's describing some people that you need to deal with. I'm just going to take the gloves off. You dealing with some people that don't have souls. And the Bible tell you how they got created and that it was genetic modification. That's how they were created. And then they were able to keep being produced by further genetic modification. Remember the one that was put to sleep, the corpse that was animated, the corpse that was animated by breathing life into it. It got put back to sleep again and some more surgery done on it so that some more genetic modification could take place. You know, the tree buys fruit, so they still genetically modifying as much as they can get their hands on right now. You just think it's a game. I say they still genetically modifying as much as they can get their hands on right now. You just think it's a game. They just demonstrated to you what time it is when all 500 and some of them people got together to ban this app. But we can keep playing patty cake games with these fake, phony, false preachers and pastors all you want to, while these people continue to take your inheritance. And you playing these games with, I'm this religion, I'm that religion. Man, I'm part of a kingdom, a royal priesthood that I was born into. What you join? I bet not join you. I'm born into this. I know I can't. You dig what I'm saying? You can't join the family. You have to be born into the family. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So you got your religion that you believe in and you running around in. Peace. Peace, everybody. If you got your religion. So what is the religion? The religion is to distract you. You're dealing with an enemy, a sworn enemy that don't want you to have a standard of quality of life outside of their control. If they not running it, controlling it, dictating it, they gonna say it's not right. So it's been so thoroughly done to you that we got 1,000,000 of our men to get together. We didn't get together to build no pyramid. We didn't get together to build a city. We didn't get together to build a community, not even a village, not even a house. You know what 1,000,000 of us came together to do? Complain to these unmelanated people. Couple generation before that, we had a few 100,000 of us come together in the same place. We ain't build no pyramids. We didn't build no homes, hospitals, gardens. You know what we know what we didn't build nothing. Guess what we did? We sung and we talked about how good it would be if these unmelanated people would just treat us like human beings. That's what we did. That's what we came together to do. And I'm sitting here saying today, in 2024, March 15th, 16th, whatever day it is, those were not leaders. If you got people that's melanated getting in front of you trying to tell you to participate in this political process for change or improvement, they are not leaders. They are controlled opposition. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Make sure we in here. I said, if you got so-called people in front of you telling you that our solution is to go and vote for the same people that's been your politician for the last 50 years, and they just demonstrated to you, Congress all just came together and demonstrated to you who and what they're about, those ain't your leaders. It's time to stop letting yourself be distracted and looking at what your enemy or your oppressor is doing. This is a waste of energy. So let's talk about the manipulation of energy. These universal laws. Before you had a Moses law or a Jesus, you had universal law. The law that governs energy. So let's get it. Let's get it. I done said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Your enemy worked through spells. And a lot of our people have sold out for physical comfort and ease because they cowards, afraid. And Jeshurun has grown fat. He's waxed fat. So they don't oppose the oppressor anymore. Your oppressor he like to work through spells, broadcast his spells. You go to court, he gonna send you a summons. But you think you done cartoonified the term magic, but they run it every day, all day. You just think it's spooktified. But then when they use their words that have double meaning, the double speak and the legalese, this is literally spell casting. And it's done to deceive you, to pull a veil over your eyes that you won't be able to see past. Your enemy hate the truth. Listen to me. I'm not just saying it because it sounds good. I'm talking about war and how to fight an enemy that you can't fight with your fists. They hate the truth. So they have developed a language that they can avoid ever having to speak the truth because everything they say have 2, 3, 4 meanings. It's intentional. They don't want to ever speak. So that's your forked tongue. When you have an oppressor, an enemy, an adversary, which is better? For you to focus on them and what they doing and what they got going? Or for you to focus on you and what you gonna do and what you got going? We spend too much time. Protests, if somebody trying to get you to come together and protest, they are working for the opposition. They are control opposition. They trying to get you to waste your energy. That's it. They trying to get you to come together and complain real loud and real forcefully. They are trying to get you to waste your energy and not get anything accomplished. We passed the point of protesting and bitching and boo-hooing to the pastor, to the governor, to the president, to the politician. We passed that point. None of them mean you any good. You can't see that yet? So how you use your energy is not to be against something. Because if you use your energy to protest, to bitch and boo-hoo and complain, your energy is adversarial, satanic. But if you use your energy towards something, for something, to build something, then your energy is godly. Your enemy knows who they worship and who they represent. So they always gonna come with the fear and the distraction and to get you to waste your energy so they can feed off your anger and your frustration, and you deplete all your energies expressing your anger and frustration, but you don't get no work done towards a real solution. They don't want you to come together to work. You can come together and cry and complain all you want to. But man, if you come together and you ain't complaining about them, you're not focusing on them, you moving like they don't even exist, and you putting your own thing together, man, they gonna outlaw you. You might end up in jail. Because it's one of them is seem like it's dangerous in the news. They'll come on and they protesting and look at what's going on. Oh, the people and they riding and they'll show you this and they'll get you focused and you like, yeah, tear it down. But you ain't built nothing. That's your energy is used to destroy. But you can be building. You can focus on destroying what the enemy built, or you can focus on building your own. It just so happened that what you build, it crushes what the enemy set up. And say it just so happened what you build, it'll crush what the enemy set up. So the enemy try his best to keep you from ever coming together to build. But you gotta move, understand that. I'm building on word to be better, to unite, y'all. That's why I started this off talking about the March on Washington and the Million Man. How much more effective would that have been if a million men came together to build communities, not to complain to the government about nothing? We finna come together, a million of us, and we finna see to our own needs. We'll still be eating and benefiting from that union today. But a million people coming together to complain to the president or to some people that demonstrated to you for the last 400 some odd years that they're your enemy. Whoever got you the person, I'm going to just say it, the person that got the million people together to come to Washington was demonstrating to the people that he sold y'all out to how much power he had. He was showing the powers that be, I can control them and I'm going to keep them off your neck. I'm going to get them together. I'm going to let them waste their energy and they're going to go away feeling like they got something accomplished because they got the hoop and holler. But they not going to build nothing that's going to be a threat to the establishment. Don't worry, I got them. That's what keep happening because you keep getting caught up in being entertained. We be wanting to be entertained. I don't want to be entertained. I don't want to complain. I want to build. I want to work. I'm not even focusing on what they got going because I know they just gonna lie, cheat, steal, kill, and destroy. I already know that's what they gonna do. So I don't have to focus on nothing they talking about. I don't have to participate in nothing they got going. I need to get with mine and connect with mine. And we focus on what we doing because quantum physics and the energy teach me whatever I focus on, that's what's gonna manifest. So I must stop focusing on my enemy and complaining about what my enemy doing. And I'm gonna stop focusing on the distractions of my enemy. And I'm gonna focus on what it is I want to build, what it is I want to get done. And that's all I'm focusing on. Solutions only. So when you start coming and learning how to manipulate your energy and stop participating, because we're not just saying stop participating economically, stop participating politically. We mean stop participating socially, stop participating intellectually with your imagination. Don't give them any more energy. You done gave them, look at what you, all the energy that you've given the system, what did it get you? All the energy that you've given these religions, what have it gotten you? Stop giving them your energy. As families, I say this all the time. All these black families, melanated families, that go to these different churches and put money in the collection plate at these different churches, while the family struggles individually. It's insane. It is insanity for a family to be struggling and everybody going to different churches on Sunday, contributing to a different collection plate from a different congregation while the family as a whole continues to struggle. It would make more sense for the families to come together and contribute into their own pot every Sunday, once a week, the family coming together. You know how strong and powerful our family units would be? How independent we would be instead of just having big, beautiful churches in the poorest of our neighborhoods, full of poor people in the congregation that don't own nothing. Families separated because one Baptist and one Methodist and one Lutheran, but one thing we all got in common, we all poor. That nobody seemed to be able to read the writing on the wall. So yeah, I call out the fake, phony, false preachers. I call out the fake, phony, false religions because they are useless. They are used to keep you distracted and powerless. They don't want you to realize and access the power within you. But when the light cut on, first thing you're going to come into the awareness of is that you in the dark, baby. It's what they call the dark night of the soul, because when God said, let there be light, he said it from within you. You just didn't know who you were, where you were, or what was going on. Catch it if you can. Talking about the creation narrative that you done cartoonified and spookified. I said when God said let there be light, it was from within you. You just didn't know who you were, where you were, or what was going on. This is what the light was on. It's what the light was for, so you could know who you were, where you are, and what's going on. But that might be a little bit too much for you, so you have to go back to cartoon land and characterifying and spookifying it so that you can wrap your mind around the concept. But all of this has been done in a distraction to steal your energy. They want you to expend a whole lot of your energy here in their world to get just a little bit. That's what the story is with the 100 pennies that make up $1. And put the penny against your skin, melanated person. They showing you something. They saying they finna take all your energy, man, to get a little bit of theirs. And they showing you that you still a slave, melanated person, copper colored person. It's showing you that you still a slave because you still work for that dollar. Guess who face on that dollar? A slave master. They put everything in your face, but as long as you participate in it, that's what give it value. That's what make it real. That's what make it manifest your participation. That what they got going on, being on your mind, is what give it power. If we take our mind off what they got going on, and we take our mind off they fake, phony, false religion, and get back to the business of us and ours, doing for us and ours, we be all right. So they make it very hard for us to come together. And make it very hard for us to trust one another. We've been vilified so much. You've been psychologically beat down. You don't trust what look like you. If it look like you don't trust it. So that's how your enemy is able to dress up and smile at you and like rob you blind. It's how every politician, year after year, election cycle after election cycle, is able to dress up in front of you, smile and wave, and never tell you nothing true, ever. And you think because it's broadcast to you, because you don't know how spell casting and magic work, you think because it's being broadcast to you that everybody's doing it. But the only people that you see in their broadcasts are paid participants. Everything that you see on the TV is scripted and controlled. Why you think they want to get rid of TikTok? Because they can't control it. But if they show it to you, they controlling it. It's people on the payroll that they paid to be there and make it look like everybody's is up in arms, or everybody's having a good time, or everybody's really These are paid actors. How you know? Because they on your TV screen. Because what they can't control was really authentic and organic, they trying to genetically modify or get rid of it. They don't like authentic and organic nothing, especially people. And they know authentic organic people need authentic organic food to be healthy. So they try not to never, ever, ever let you get none of that. You dealing with some people that you think because they nice to you or that they might like you, that they don't hate you at the same time. But if you understand what hate is the absence of love, not the opposite, the absence. When you understand that, then you can understand how them people can watch you starve and go feed a dog. You can understand how them people can not blink an eye at the genocide taking place in what they call the Middle East. Hate. And there's no love. There's no love. If you have love, it's impossible for you to commit genocide. Because you see yourself in others. You love yourself because you know yourself. And once you know yourself, the higher the level, the more of yourself you can see in what's around you. So it's impossible for you to do those type of things. But you dealing with people that only know hate. It's no love. So let me help you understand what I'm saying. Why it is time for us to come together. You are not going to affect a change from working with them. You're not going to improve your condition or your situation by working with them. It will not improve. If you will bow down and worship them, the highest form of worship is imitation. If you will bow down and worship them, though, they'll give you the riches of their world. Just know that this is the difference between their world and the heavens and the earth. But yeah, you'll bow down and worship them, they'll give you all the riches of their world and you'll have ease and comfort. But when you stand up for the truth, then you're going to be vilified, outlawed, and persecuted. That's why the Most High is our power. The Most High is our portion. As far as the priests, the children of Israel, he who struggles with the mighty one. That's what Israel means. He say, I'm going to give your portion. I'm going to be your portion. Why? Because my children don't want their world. Don't want nothing in their world. Don't care about their world. I know who my children are, because my children don't want nothing but what I gave them and think what I gave them is the best of the best of the best. The heavens and the earth are our inheritance. The world is their creation. So when we woke up, we started seeing, man, we don't want nothing to do with their world. Their world is crumbling. Their world is built on lies and deceit and violence, treachery and ignorance. I don't want no parts of your world. Matter of fact, when we come together and we get back to our inheritance and maintaining a quality of living off the heavens and the earth, you're going to bring everything in your world to us to get some of what we produce. Because you can't reproduce it in your world, because your world is artificial and genetically modified. So they still will turn on you even if you do worship them. Uh, The point that the reason I made that statement was to help you understand when we say worship, it's not necessarily singing and praying and ceremony. Worship is imitation. Whoever it is you imitate, whoever it is you copying, trying to be like. Who we run around here imitating? We run around here imitating unmelanated people. We run around here imitating people without a soul. So we find ourselves entertained by soulless activities, making music about either promiscuity or violence. We don't want to watch a movie unless it's full of promiscuity or violence. We find ourselves entertained by soulless things because we imitating soulless people. And then we look into soulless people for a solution and help for our soul. They can't help you. The way this thing is set up, they not going to. They can't. If they wanted to, they couldn't, because it take light. Soul is light. It take light to get the lost. You lost because you can't see, right? You need a light. Well, ain't no light in them. They can't show you the way. They can show you their way. So here we go. With what we encouraging the people to do. I say this all the time. I got Medusa, Siobhan in here. The reason why I ask people like, well, what y'all doing? We coming together to buy us some land and develop the land that we come together to buy. People that hear me speak and get enlightenment, get some understanding, brain start clicking when they hear some of the stuff that the Most High and poured in me to reveal. They want to contribute. They want to help out. And some of them want to help me personally because, they understand what it takes to create content or whatnot. And they want to look out for me personally. Let me help you understand the nature and the level of this battle. When I say I'm a warrior, I know me. I know myself. So the enemy will work with you to get you or distract you with things that you like. Because that you might not be disciplined in or weak in. Babylonian money magic that might inflate your ego. So I'm guarding myself against that. When people say, hey, I want to donate this and I want to send this, I say, hey, get at Medusa, get at Siobhan, and she'll be the one to best tell you how you contribute, how you can donate and put it in the pot, the cash app or whatever you want to do. This is why. I don't want to touch or handle too much of their money from people I don't know, people I haven't met. I know Medusa, she's one of the people that since I've been speaking, man, she been looking at and supporting and she been in the cut quiet. But I know it ain't about no greed. Hey man, send it to her because she was sending money to me to help and support me. And did nobody, and I'm sorry, Medusa, if this is embarrassing to you. I'm not trying to put you on Front Street, put your business out, but it touched me because it's been a lot of people that then set up and got some soaked up some good game, good understanding, good acknowledgement, and they just got the game and went on. This woman got the game and got some understanding and checked on me repeatedly, not just one time. Like, hey, you good? You where your mind at? Well, here I'm gonna just send you something. Just I don't know what you're going through or whatever. And they got to the point. I say, man, instead of sending it to me, what I really want done with it is for us to have us a pot where we donate and put our money in together as a whole, as a group. So instead of it being my money, it'll be our money. Cause we breaking the mold. I'm not trying to be your pastor, your preacher, or your political leader. I'm encouraging you and reminding you to help you remember things that let this land dormant in your subconscious mind. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know deep down inside. That's why it resonates. And what we saying is community building is what this is about. This is the solution. So when I say, hey, yeah, contact Medusa, contact Siobhan, this is war, y'all. It's spiritual war. I don't want their money. I know it's a tool and I'm going to need it, but I personally don't want it. To help you understand, you remember the story of Jesus? He didn't handle the money. It's a reason why. You know the story Lord of the Rings? Everybody can't, if you carry that ring, you start wanting it. You start wanting to keep it. You start acting like it's yours because there's something on it. So this woman demonstrated to me she don't care about that. She gonna give it to where it look like it's needed. I said, okay, that's where the money need to go. It need to go there. I'm Leo's son, Aries moon, Taurus ascendant. It's a whole lot of ego already going on. I gotta wrestle with already. I know me. So I say, man, to stay true to the cause and stay true to the goal and be an example. Hey, man, don't send it to me. Send it to the pot. We putting this all in the pot because what we gonna do with this money is gonna do something that's gonna benefit us all. Instead of being for each other, I'm for myself individually, you for yourself individually, and then we competing against you. That don't make sense. Those are not leaders. We've been being distracted and played on by people that have been put in front of us and broadcasted to us with certain spell work to play with. This app, they're having a problem controlling it. They don't want certain things broadcasted. Only their spell work and their information and their knowledge. It's the only thing they want broadcast because they work in spells and you cast spells. This is real life spiritual warfare happening right in your face, and they got you distracted waiting on the fight to start. Man, we've been in this is like the seventh cycle of this fight. But as long as they keep you distracted, you won't join. And the way that we fight, again, it showed you the blueprint. Come out of her. Quit upholding these churches and these politicians, these pastors. Bring your money into your family. Spend your money with your family. Pool your money. Pass the collection plate around your family once a week. You don't need no big church building to worship the Most High. I said the highest form of worship is imitation. What do a building got to do? You don't need that stuff. That stuff is a distraction and it is a way to draw out your energy and your resources. It's a way to keep you broke and depleted of energy. They don't want you working on nothing. So we are encouraging, listen, not just with this group, where you stay locally, start volunteering. We say to start volunteering because this is how you shut this system down. See, lazy people are the people that will only work in exchange for money or some form of compensation. And if their ass ain't getting no money or some type of compensation or recognition for the work that need to be done, it's still gonna need to be done. Cause they sorry. They know they sorry. And they do something that's called projection. They project their sorriness onto us that fight and oppose this system. They say, oh, you just don't want to work. Don't nobody work harder than me. I'm just not working for their money. I'm demonstrating something though. I'm demonstrating the lie. Because they say if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't got no money, you don't eat. I'm gonna say that one more time. They say if you don't work, you don't eat. Nah. If you don't got no money, you don't eat. Cause there's too many people that ain't work and they ain't never work, was just born with it. Now they don't miss no meals. And then you got a lot of people that work and work their ass off every day. But if they don't got no money, they gonna be hungry. We just want to expose you that they are lying about everything. They don't tell the truth about nothing, ever. So what you look like steady trying to encourage people to go vote for them and participate in a system in any shape, form, or fashion and call yourself to be for me. No, you not neither. You for them, and we can see you now. Freestyle and call the day Friday. You got this day called Friday from Christian. It was a Christian invention from the Roman Catholic Church, who were the official arbiters of what a Christian was and what a Christian wasn't. And they gave you Freya's Day, named after Odin's wife. You don't know Freya, you don't know Frigga, but you got people that'll tell you it's Friday with a straight face. I'm just saying, yo, you haven't had a leader. You've had preachers that were entertaining and charismatic, political leaders that were charismatic and entertaining, but you haven't had a leader. Your leader is in you, inside of you, but we don't listen to it because it don't always feel good to go the way of that inner self. It don't always bring glory or recognition. And we so used to living backwards that the way of the spirit is coming harder and harder for us to follow. The way of light is becoming harder and harder for us to follow because we've been imitating darkness for so long. So when the light cut on, first thing you realize, let there be light. And the light was in you. The first thing you recognize is that you in the dark, that you've been in the dark. That's the very first thing you come into the awareness of. So darkness is over the surface of the deep, just showing you who God is. Just inching you closer and closer and closer to you accepting who and what you are. And encouraging you stop being afraid of these people in a system. Quit thinking that you got to have their system to have a standard of living that's high. We had higher standards of living before them, and we will have higher standards of living after we get rid of them. And all we got to do to get rid of them is stop participating. Don't go vote for none of them. Watch how they gonna play with you. When we come together, you know how we come together to play? And we come together to mess off our money? We should be coming together to invest with each other. We should be coming together to say, hey, I'm tired of paying these people rent and these light bills. Let's get us some land, put us some solar panels and some houses on this land, and we don't got to pay them bills no more. Change your whole quality of life. It can be done. It can be done. Let me look at these screens. I agree. So what is it that keep us from doing it? Complaining and giving them people a piece of your mind feel good. It feel great to be able to vent and you let them people know, and then you get to scrolling and you see somebody working their neck and letting them people know, and you like, yeah, you tell them. But now it's time to go take a little step up in maturity and understand none of that get anything done. None of it. Nothing is being accomplished. We're going to have to get builders. We are master builders. You can complain till you blue in the face. It's going to sound good. It's going to feel good. And then the good feeling going to wear out. And you're going to still be in the same position, circumstance that you was in before. Or we can not even pay them no mind at all. Not complain to them. Don't ask them for nothing. Come together with us, for us, by us, and see our own needs. And see what we get done. Why is this so scary to people? I don't understand the fear. For the life of me, I look at my people and I see the fear, and I'm like, I don't get the fear. What do you have to lose? Is what I'm saying. What you got? What do you got some tennis shoes with a check on the side of them. You got some shiny rocks on your fingers and your neck. You in a house that you don't own, in a car that you don't own, using money that you don't own, can't own. You don't own nothing. You don't have nothing. Now you had an inheritance, the earth and everything in it. But we traded our inheritance for green pieces of paper with slave masters' pictures on it. But even that was forced on you. It wasn't like you willingly said, hey, you know what? We'd rather have your... Nah, that's not what happened. They fought what was called the Civil War, and that's how you got their dollars. When I start talking about that topic, my internet go to playing. Just being real. What you was taught about the Civil War and what really happened is two different things. But you have to do you some research and stop letting your enemy tell you and dictate reality for you. Once you understand that they are your enemy, once you really comprehend that there is no light in them, that's not don't mean that they are not intelligent, that they can't be kind, that they can't be meek and humble. Is no light in them. And it's been demonstrated routinely over and over. It ain't there. So when are you gonna accept that and get together with us? Cause they've worked so hard at vilifying us because we got the light. And where there is light, darkness can't exist. So they was just doing what they was doing to maintain their survival. They ain't ever want us to get heard or seen or get this message out. Not us heard or seen, but this message. What we talking about? Exposing these fake, phony, false preachers for not understanding the Bible and teaching people symbols as if they was real. They didn't want this stuff to get out. But here it is. We are encouraging you by way of our example. Hey, y'all, on our land, when we come together on private property, man, it's private property. And the more of us that come together to do it, in more cities, in more communities, man, we got more backing. We can go travel, and I'm finna come to your village. You can come down here to our village. Then we finna go over here to their community up here. And I'm talking about these are all independent communities, self-sufficient. Because the more of us that we have building them up, the more self-sufficient we become. The less that we have to depend on their establishment and their system for any of our needs. If not, because I'm telling you, sitting back looking at it, we look real silly. We look real silly, a bunch of grown men, a million grown ass men going to Washington to complain and bitch and boo-hoo to some unmelanated people about giving us something. And it's a million of us that done came together. I bet not let you keep playing with me. Let me get a million people together. Hey, man, you might not even hear from us, but you're going to see what we do. You're going to see them communities built up and schools and hospitals built up for our own. That's what you're going to see. We ain't marching and talking about nothing. It's time to get to work. We done the work when we gather together. Man, we not finna come together to go ask them for what do that look like? Who is it that's still trying to get you to do that? People trying to get you to talk about go vote. For who? For who? Go vote for who? And they gonna change what? The system that they set up. It's a difference between the heavens and the earth and the world. You do know that, right? Genesis chapter 1 described the creation of the heavens and the earth. Genesis chapter 2, verse 4, starting at verse 4, described to you the creation of the world. Satan is the God of this world. You trying to improve this world? You trying to improve the systems of this world? Well, we know who you work for. So that's why we keep saying that our kingdom is not of this world. That's why we say that. Because this world was created by the adversary. And it's upside down and backwards. And everything done in this world is upside down and backwards. Our kingdom is not of this world. You can't give me nothing out of this world that I would want in exchange for my inheritance in the kingdom that I come from. And everything that you built in this world is an imitation of what we done and our observations. And you just lied, cheated, and destroyed and claimed it as your own. Because you don't have imagination, and we all know that. Ain't no light in you. Only thing you know how to do is lie, cheat, steal, kill, and destroy. That's all you know how to do. And we can see you now. You did what I'm saying? We know that you don't rule because you smart or because you intellectual or because you spiritual, because you willing to kill. That's how you maintain your rule. You willing to kill and think of new ways to kill as many people as possible. That's how you in position of power. That's it. But we see how slow you are, how reactionary you are, by the way that you have to constantly watch and monitor us. We know you slow. We was running circles around you long time ago. We been running circles around you. It ain't just started. And that's why I say when we talk about what we coming together to build, we not coming together to tear nothing up. All this is ours. What we look like coming together to tear down what we built and what we maintain and what we service. No, we coming together to take back possession of what's ours and give them back what belong to them. Cause they money don't have no value without us. The penny shows you that. That's what they showing you. That our dollars is based on them. That's all they're saying. You just can't read. You know how to comprehend your enemy's language and recite it, but you don't know how to read. You haven't been taught. Reading has to do with being able to read symbols and signs, not just letters. For all you know how to read is letters that you were given by your oppressors. I'm sorry to tell you, baby, you can't even read. They put it right in your face when they made them pennies look like you and told you to take 100 of them to create $1. Saying that you uphold our monetary system. Our money, you are our gold. That's what they letting you know. We removed the gold standard because we got something better than the gold standard, these dumb niggas. They don't know who they are and what they are. And boy, they gonna hump. It's been already ingrained in them to hump. You ain't a real man if you ain't humping. If you ain't, man, we almost act like we supposed to jog in place if we don't got nothing to do. Cause we just so used to having a hump. Idle, you idle, idle mind. That sound like a slave talk. Man, I ain't never been idle. I don't know what you're talking about. My mind is always going and working and moving. I don't know what you mean by that. That sound like some a slave master would tell a slave to keep him busy. And we've been fully ingrained to be slaves obey your masters and be good. You don't seek to escape slavery. You seek to be the best slave that you know how to be. You don't got nothing to do. Find you something to do like a good slave supposed to. This is what we've been ingrained with. This is how we think. It's how we move. It's why we don't come together. Masters say we can't come together. Masters say we can't do that. Masters say obey the laws of your land. Even if they satanic and evil and meant to destroy you. Master say, you better not think past God. Master gave us his book and gave us his God. And you better not think outside of that, or else you're going to be punished and burned forever and ever because you won't accept Master God. It's what we do. It's what we sound like in 2024. Better go vote for one of these good YT people to figure it out for us and give us some solutions and help us. We better make sure we get one of them in office so they can fix it for us. If the millions of people that come to vote would be them, take them same million people instead of going to vote, let's just come together and do for ourselves. Let them figure their political system out on their own. They don't need us. It's not for us. What are we doing participating in their world, in their system for? Expecting something other than further oppression. And they mock us and laugh at us while every chance they get. Cause we too blind. We can't read. We don't know what's happening. You woke up, but you didn't know who you were, where you were, or when it was. Okay then. Well, where you come from? Where your people come from? Huh? Did you know AD and BC was invented by the Romans? So what year is it? Do you know? I say you woke up, you didn't know who you was or where you was or when it was. Where you at? Who land are you on right now? What do you know? What do you own? What do you have? What system are you under? What is going to take for you to wake up? I tell you what death is like, going to sleep and waking up. You don't see that. You do not see death. You don't taste death. You don't taste corruption. And this body expires like going to sleep and waking back up, or when this body get old and wear out, it's you reborn. Because energy don't die. But you don't got to take my word for it. I'm just telling you, trying to help you understand you have nothing to be afraid of. When God said, let there be light, there's soul. Now, that same light, same soul, don't you got a soul? Okay, well, when did the light or the soul come into existence? Before time? Before the heavens and the earth? So that's how ancient your soul is. Don't get mad at me because you let your adversary scare you with this thing called death that he came up talking to Adam about. You gonna die if you don't do what I told you to do. I can't die. Get away from me. It's like some born identity. Yeah, yeah, 39, and I have never voted. Do you hear me? Vote. I mean, like, and it's the people, like I say, the television got a lot of our people thinking that things are normal because they see it on TV. But the only place you seeing this stuff is on TV. In reality, man, don't know. We don't care about Biden, Trump, or whatever else they got going on. We don't really care about it. It's just a distraction, something that's used to entertain and something to talk about. It has no real bearing on us one way or the other. Yeah, yeah. This is when it's like Enemy of the State That's Real. The book 1984, The Thought Police. You saw it. I mean, they showed it over again. This TikTok ban was the latest. This just was the latest example of these are your politicians. These are people that you voted in, that you said wanted to represent you and your state. And this is what they claim to represent, you and your state. And they all came together and agreed that they need to ban this app. I don't know what else they have to show you. And they're gonna stand right in front of you next time it's time for them to get elected and tell you how much they done for you and how much they fighting for you and why you should keep them in powers of position and influence over you. So they can keep back and do the same thing to you again. I don't know what else is it gonna take? They said a threat to national security. You know how much poison is on them food in these grocery stores? How about they came together and took all the poisonous products out of our food, outlaw, banned that. You can't put this stuff in our food no more. How about you did that? Oh, they pausing my live, y'all. Hold on, I must have said the wrong thing. Or federal agents is in here. Live will end in 57 minutes. We have detected inactivity during your current live. So I gotta so okay, y'all. Hold on, let me do the puzzle. I'm gonna ask y'all if you listening, if you're in here, if you can hear me, if what I'm saying is resonating with you. Tap the screen. I'm not asking you to tap the screen because I want likes and all of that. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm asking you to tap the screen because we are being monitored. And they want to know if it's some activity going on because this is a heavily monitored channel. I know when I get on here and talk, they looking and they listening. So yeah, this is what we appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's all. We just trying to make sure people can hear a freestyle. I'm just taking off. So God said, let there be light from within you. Just so you can despookify what was going on. So what was going on was the darkness in the void is because you didn't know where you were and you didn't know who you were or what was going on, but because you was looking around, everything your eyes touched, even though you didn't know what it was or where it was, it manifested in front of you. Then the light cut on. And you knew you was in the dark and you knew that you couldn't make out some of the stuff. And now you're standing on the edge of this water and you can see yourself. When you first saw yourself, you didn't know who you was or what it was. But now that the light is on, you understand that you looking at you. And that there is a separation between the you that's in the water and you that's above the water. Now we finna start going and finding and waking people up and seeing if they know who they are and what they are. We're going to separate from the people that know who and what they are from the people that don't. The people that know who and what they are, we're going to come together and we're going to start building. So on, by the time you get to the third day, you got fruit and vegetables growing because now we focus. Let me stop, man. Let me quit. They did it to me on my Facebook. Bad. Oh, I'm like shadow ban on Facebook. I might post something on Facebook. Two people might see it. It's a badge of honor. I pat myself on the back every time. Cause I know, again, I don't put no listen. This is very deep. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. I tell people that want to contribute to me, it would be of better use. We establishing a pot so we can come together and acquire land as a group. So it would be better instead of you sending it to me, I'm saying send it to us. Cause it's a we thing. I don't want it sent directly to me. Cause man, I might fall weak. I might go to trying to do something for me. I might go to get my head blowed up. I might get on here and one day speak because I want some money, man. I might get on here and go to talking and hope somebody send me some money for talking. So I don't ever want to contaminate what I'm doing with those kind of concerns. Not saying that she would or is or she's shown me that she willing to contribute and help out in any way she can. So I'm like, hey man, treasurer, here it is. Cause we building and my mind is on building. So I don't put the money magic in the promotion or the post, putting a few dollars so they can get, cause I don't post for views. I don't care if it get one view or no view, and you're not gonna hear me complain about now view I got or didn't get. That's not why I done it. I put it out there to put it out there, cause when I was laying down and I was bleeding out from being shot up, my only regret is that I didn't do then what I'm doing now, that I didn't just put it out. Just put it out. I don't care if they like it, if it get likes, recognition. I did my job. I put it out there and I put it out there in spirit and in truth. I didn't contaminate it. I didn't add nothing to it. What was revealed to me, I shared it just like it came. He said, you're going to fight him with the sword of your tongue. So we just go to fighting. I understand now that this is the fight. This is the battle. So yeah, the money magic, man, that's one of their most powerful tools. This and they dollars of two of their most powerful tools to keep you distracted and shackled, fearful, anxious. I said this and they dollars are two of their most powerful tools to keep you distracted, fearful, and anxious. Do you hear me? You right on time. No worries. Yeah, nah, we done with the worrying and the stressing. We know what need to be done. And now it's just time. Now we understanding God level building. And what I mean by God level building, the pyramids were able to be done because this is something that took more than your lifetime to complete. It took generations and generations working in unison. So what we building, we have to accept we might not see the fruition of or the fruit of in this lifetime. But the joy is in the work. Not necessarily just so I can see the fruit. And if I didn't see the fruit, the work was in vain. We don't want you working. No way. Get away. We work because we bless. We do what we do because we come from abundance. So if I'm coming from abundance, what more can you give me? If I'm coming from everything, what can you give me for what I'm doing? All you can do is appreciate it. That's it. Not doing to get nothing from you. We don't, that's your enemy. They work for profit. We work from profit. And it's a play on words. They work for PROFIT. We work from PROPHET. That's why they play with the words, because they don't, when they say profit, they don't never mean the profit you thinking about, ever. They always talking about monetary, financial gain, or some type of benefit. When they speak prophet, don't get it twisted. Even if they make it seem like they talking about something spiritual, it ain't in them. Semantics, yeah, this is how they cast their spells. The power is in unity. It is. That's it. It's not in your belief. I don't who cares what you believe. It's in us coming together, regardless of what we believe, to see to our own needs. Us coming together to see to our own needs. That's where our power come from. God said, let us. Wasn't let me, let I, it was us. Elohim is a plural word. It means the powers. When I say my God, I'm saying my powers. We need unity, y'all. We need to be able to come together. We need the willingness to come together. If not, like I say, I'm done with the complaining or being awed and amazed at the injustice or the wickedness of these soulless people. They can't, it's nothing else that can be reported or try to throw in my face that's gonna shock me about their depravity, about their deceitfulness. I no longer care. I'm no longer willing to give them my energy. I'm talking about my time, my focus, my imagination. I don't, only thing I want to give them is what belong to them. Here your money. Now this land, let's get it. Let's go on and get it. Here your money that you got to have, that you keep track of, and then go through all these changes to get that I represent. Cause you know I caught the penny thing. I finally learned how to read. My eyes open. I know I'm the real money. So here go your pieces of paper. Let me go on and get this land. And me and my people, we gonna develop this land. We gonna see for the needs, see to the needs of us and ours. And we're going to do so with more enthusiasm, and we're going to do so with love. Out of love, where you only do it for profit and the control. We're going to do it out of love because we come from abundance, and the people is going to choose us. They going to be tired of what y'all got going on, and they going to be saying, man, why do we keep participating over here and they taxing us and we don't get nothing for it? And these people been blessing our game, man. They ain't asked us for nothing. Think we might need to go over there and get it with them, because what they got going ain't gonna get it. And this is what he say, the way the government gonna be on your shoulders when Shiloh come, the he who it belong to come, and the rightful ruler show up and start setting things in order, because it's what we coming and do. Set stuff in order. It don't look like what you think it's gonna look like though, because they have cartoonified your reality. You expecting a cartoon version of your real life reality to happen. But nah, ain't no cartoon version. You it. They sent you. Here am I, send me. Yeah, you is the one that got sent. I don't know who else you waiting on to come, but you the one that got sent. Why you think you here? Don't get mad at me because they told you wasn't shit your whole life, so you believe it. I'm telling you, you the one that was promised to come. You the one that was sent. You are the one that was prophesied to be here. We got you. But you don't know where you are. You don't know who you are. You don't know when you are until the Most High say, let there be light. And when the light cut on, it ain't going to change nothing on the outside, baby. It's going to change stuff on the inside. You're going to know who you are, when you are, where you are. And you ain't going to be trying to hear nothing no more from these people. Nothing. Don't mean they not going to come for you. Don't mean they're not going to come for you. The fear is going to be removed, though. You're going to be able to recognize a lot of time you've been so psychologically abused that when you see fearlessness, it look insane to you. But what you're really witnessing is fearlessness, even of death. What you call death and die. Fearless, there is no fear of nothing. You've never witnessed it. So when you do see it, oh, that nigga crazy. Nah, I just know ain't nothing in this world I should fear. I know it. I don't believe it. I know it. Nothing. Listen, they don't got nothing that they can do to make me fearful. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing. You can ban TikTok, shut down the internet. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing you got going on is gonna make me fearful. It's this that's a done dot on that. So ain't nothing you can do but vilify me, try to lock me up or take me out of this world. But you know, it's a parallel thing. I just wake up on another timeline with the same mission. Cause once you woke, you stay woke. Share it live. Appreciate y'all sharing the live. Migo, what's happening, man? What's up? What's up, people? What's up, family? Everybody that's liking and sharing it. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's time for us to focus on us. Focus on solutions. What it is that we want to do. Because if you really want to know how to manifest things, it's by focusing on what you want to accomplish, and visualizing what you want to accomplish. And then the universe starts sending you the materials and the people that you need. But you have to keep your focus, like quantum physics. You got to focus on what it is you want to see in front of you. And your enemy gonna always be standing on the side trying to distract you. Hey, look at what we doing over here. You better watch out. Uh-oh. Don't look over there. We focus on what we doing. We don't care nothing about what you got going. And we gonna put it down with each other as if they didn't even exist. Like they didn't even have a system. Because they don't. And you'll see the change by the things that we get built. And the benefits of the people around, the things we able to partake of, and you'll start seeing actual work getting done, progress being made. But coming together to protest, man, them is counterintelligence operators. Them is people that's control opposition that really work for the government, paid by the government to make you waste your energy and not get nothing done. They'll organize a whole protest. Come on, y'all. I got the poles and the cardboard. We gonna march around and we gonna stand. And they paid by the government to do it. Cause they know long as you sitting around here hollering and boo-hooing and walking around with your stick, you're not building nothing. You're not creating nothing. You're not planting no seeds. You're not starting no business, non-profit, or whatever. You're not doing nothing. All you doing is coming to them. You keep them in power because you coming to them telling them, hey, exercise authority over me. So you going to keep them in power. But if you start seeing to your own needs, people going to be like, well, what are you here for? Them people over there doing with no funding, no government funding. They ain't collecting no taxes, yet they doing for the community. What are you here for? You're going to start asking these pastors and these preachers, what are you here for? People is being housed, people is being fed, people are being taught about the Most High. What are you doing? Why are you all over our neighborhoods, on the poorest neighborhoods with your churches? And all the congregation is poor. It look like you here to drain us of our resources, but pretend like you're here for us. But luckily, I done woke up and I know how to read. I know hate is the absence of love. So I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how kind you are. I don't care how sweet you are. If there ain't no love in what you're doing, then you hate me. And I know you do. And I see the result of your hatred in the communities where you have your churches set up. I see the result of the hate that you have for me. Even though you disguise it well, it's sweet on the tongue, but it turned the belly sour. Because it's full of hate and it's no light. There's no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High in those places. Zero. This who they praising in those places. Your oppressor. See, it's okay. Won't nobody blink an eye if they say this is God. You see this unmelanated person? If you pay close attention, I always show my people that follow me, hey man, they got this unmelanated guy in the middle and 6 other guys around him because they talking about the 7 days of the week, which is your 7-headed dragon, because this is the type of time that they instituted. We used to measure ourselves in growth. We used to measure ourselves in phases. Hence the moon in its phases. Different stages, different seasons. They changed that. They instituted a time. Here they go, right here. Here it is. It's what they instituted. Look like them, don't it? Nobody blink an eye when they God. They say, this is God, black man. Here your God is. Nobody blink an eye. But if I come with something like this, why are you making it about race? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You mean to tell me when this picture was held up and promoted, I'm talking to my YT people, my unmelanated people, they go to getting uncomfortable and squirming when we bring this up. See, you was quiet on race as long as they was telling us we was nothing and we was darkies and we ain't been nothing but slaves and this was God. We didn't hear a peep out of you. We didn't hear you ask them, hey man, why you in front of them melanated people? Why you in front of them black people holding up this guy and telling them this they God? You need to stop that. Don't you know you making it about race? You didn't hear a peep out of them. But boy, say when we started coming and expressing our divinity, we start expressing our divinity. Oh, now you done made it about race. You can't do that. Your racism is showing. The fact that you uncomfortable with it is because I'm calling you out. You know too many races. I'm talking to my YT people, my unmelanated people. You know too many races that you ain't called out and you ain't let us know who they are. You should be uncomfortable because you know too many races. They might be your uncle or your cousin, your granddad, but you don't expose them. But you'll be in our comment section telling us what we should and shouldn't be talking about and what's right and what's wrong. But your racist uncle and your racist auntie and your racist granddaddy and your racist grandmama, you don't expose them. And by doing so, it let me know that you are no friend of mine. You not really down with me. You just nice, but you really hate me. Because if you did have some love for me, then instead of telling me I need to check my tone when I talk about the racism in these images, you'd be in your grandmama and your granddaddy face and the people that invented these images, you'd be talking to them. You wouldn't say nothing to me about me expressing my divinity because you didn't have nothing to say about this divinity. That could be divine. Ain't this somebody's ancestor? You say you're from the tribe of Judah, right? Somebody's ancestor. He's divine. So somebody got a divine ancestor. If they look like this right here and they claim to be from the tribe of Judah, they got a divine ancestor. But you nigga, no, you can't have divine lineage and no, you can't do that. You tripping. Y'all feel me on this? That's why it's so hard for unmelanated people to really demonstrate that they got love. I don't need you to show me that you kind or that you nice. I ain't silly. Hey man, if it ain't no love, you hate me. And I know the difference between the two. I say if it ain't no love, you hate me. I know the difference. I don't give a damn how nice you are, how much you smile. I know you hate me because you ain't told me about your racist granddaddy that still work at that food place making people food. You ain't told me about your racist grandmama that work at the library, work at the schoolhouse, teaching people kids. You ain't exposed that. Then you not a friend of mine. And I know you're not. And you should feel uncomfortable when I call you on it. Check yourself. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever get it, and not just mine, any other melanated person that you see, and we go to talking about our divinity. Don't you dare get in a comment section and tell them they making it about race, and you ain't never said nothing to the people that came with this image or promote this image. Don't you do it. Sit there and be uncomfortable. That's what you do, or get on. I gotta go. Man, get on up out of here, do your thing. Peace and love, high vibration. Hope you're safe on whatever it is you're going to do. Go take care of your business. Appreciate you being in here listening to me run my mouth for this long. Y'all know I'm finna get up out of here. I'm really just I wanted to get on and speak on coming together and really harp on the importance of us uniting and why it's so hard. What it is that make it so hard for us to unite outside of religious doctrine, indoctrination. We will readily meet up behind religious indoctrination because that what was ingrained and drilled in us. But anything else we was told not to come together to do. You come together and praise this guy with your whole heart and all your might. But don't come together and do nothing else. If we catch you coming together doing something else, we gonna call you a criminal, find a way to lock you up for it, or discredit you. You know how it go. Jealousy, yeah, you got a lot of jealousy that coming on because we got this light in us, we got this soul in us, and you can't buy it. You can't teach it. It's just in us. It's just you just walk in the room and it's just felt. You the life of the party. When you move, you do it a little bit different. It's a little bit more unfinished when you move. When you sing, it's a little bit more. It just resonate more, and it's just natural. It's called. That's what the light is, and they know they don't have it. What state are you in? I'm in Texas. I'm so glad it's not itching in my mind. This what my dad, what state are you in? This what my dad says. I gotta go. I'm just looking at the comments, seeing what they saying. Google Zodiac Constitution. I am so glad. If you read the Zodiac Constitution, it tells you how they manipulate our consciousness. I wouldn't doubt it. I didn't got it. I don't really get into the Zodiac. I'm not, and things haven't been revealed to me through it as they have been to me through the books and through objective revelation. I just shared with you revelation. A lot of people ask me when I first started doing this 13 years ago, where is this coming from? I tell them revelation. No, I didn't, nobody's teaching me this. I didn't hear it or read it in a book. As far as when I do the Bible deconstruction, and it's DNA. It's Akashic records. It's being unlocked. It started when I was 30 years old. 13 years ago. Looking at these comments, the United States sign a contract with the Moor. I don't care who they sign a contract with. That part. You feel me? The contracts are null and void because you can't sign the contract in your sleep state. I tell people the other day, man, I used to ask my mama when she be half sleep. When I was a kid, I wait till she was sleeping, half sleep. Then I ask because she'll just say, yeah, get me on out of the way because she sleep. And she caught on to me and say, stop asking me stuff while I'm asleep. They was putting you, do you agree? And you was in the sleep state. You was just nodding your head with sign here and click I agree. You ain't read nothing. Just sleep, unaware, unconscious. Nah, we don't care about their contracts or their constitutions. We don't care about their paperwork or their spells or none of that. None of it. It's theirs. It belongs to them. That's how the enemy gets you. He gets you to try to get caught up in his spell work. You got to sign this document, and then you got to get this document and sign this and turn it in to prove to them that you free and you know who and which. I bet not. I better operate like they don't exist, like they not even real. I better focus on what we got going and what we gonna do. I bet not keep focusing on, I got to get this documentation, this government ordained document, this government G ordained OD document to prove to them that I bet not let them get me like that. I'm not playing that game no more. I'm done. That's it. I got nothing for them, no energy for them. I'm not, but I'm also done complaining. You won't hear me say, oh man, these people done whoop the whoop. You ain't gonna hear me do that. Hey man, they not letting nobody see my post. I was talking about coming together and they won't let us. Man, I'm not doing it. It's expected. This is war. Why y'all keep talking about war and the fight. And then when you see the war tactics and the fight tactics happen, you be shocked. Oh my goodness, this is war. What you thought was coming? And the whole thing is they don't want this platform, just like the Tower of Babel. This this platform is what's being used for the people to come together on. If they can get rid of the platform, they're hoping to scatter the people that's been coming together. That's it. If we can remember that our power and our strength is in our ability to come together and stay together, that's why I say I don't care about what you believe. You can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be a Jew, you can be an atheist, because I'm not looking for reasons to be divided. And none of those belief systems are reasons why we cannot come together and have land and develop it. None of it is a reason why we can't do that. So it don't matter which you believe or you don't believe. That's irrelevant. What bring us together is not religious ideology. What bring us together is awareness that this system is dark. It is satanic. We are in the dark. As long as we are in this system, we are in the dark. And we're going to be kept in the dark as long as we stay in this system. Period. You tired of being in the dark and you tired of being in this system. Okay, the solution is for us to come together and see to our own needs outside of the system. That's the solution. Regardless of your religious ideology. So what? Be the best Christian, Muslim, Jew, atheist, whatever it is that you know how to be. Do that. Be that. But let's come together. That's what we saying. A system. I like that. This show is a system. But let me get off this line. The fake will stay behind. The ones that want the real, they gonna try to imitate. It's a lot of people that's melanated that look like us, sound like us. But if you pay attention, they trying to find a way to get you to get back into the system or participate in this system or some shape, form, or fashion. Just pay attention. That's all you got to do, because a lot of people, anybody can get on here and say whatever. And people get on here and say it for attention, for money, for whatever, for fun. And then there's some of us just been activated. And we just putting it out there on wherever we can put it out. And you'll know the difference, because the truth has a tone. And that's why it resonates. He say, my sheep hear my voice. Well, the tone of the voice is truth. When you hear the truth, it resonates. When you hear fake, phony, false, it might sound good, but when you really go to looking at it, it's not true. So we try to make sure we stick to things that are true. Whether they are right or wrong, we leave that to the Most High to determine whether it's right or wrong. But for us, on the level that we on, out of humility, we seek to be true and stand on what is true. I don't care what you call right, because what you call right is going to change tomorrow. So we not going to leave it up to you about what you call right or what your ideology call right, because we done seen your ideology shift and change right and wrong over the years, which let us know that you don't really have that much of a grasp on it outside of relatively. You can determine right or wrong as is relative, but objectively, for me, you beyond your pay rate when you try. I don't care who you believe in. You don't have the authority to determine right or wrong for anybody other than you and yours. And when you do so, you are overstepping your bounds. It's not up to you. It wasn't asked of you to determine right or wrong for me. You were told to be fruitful, multiply, to fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion. To have dominion means you have to exercise dominion. Have authority means you have to exercise authority. Why? Because if you don't subdue and exercise your authority, then you're going to be subdued and ruled over by the people in the world. Because, we come from the heavens and the earth. You got some more people, they come from the world. They are a product of the world. We are a product of love making, the birth process. They are a product of genetic modification, as spoken of in Genesis chapter 2, verses 4 through 7. So our kingdoms are set up different. They kings and queens, when they get married, they don't get married for love. They get married for profit, for power and prestige. When we get married and when we make children out of love. When we in alignment, we make love, and our children are born of love. They say God is love, but you got these people of the kingdoms of the world. Love don't have nothing to do with their marriages. They don't marry for love. Now we've adopted their ways because we worship them. We don't want nothing to do with love. Love in the air, we holding our nose. We hate love because our enemy that we worship, because we act just like them, they hate love. So we act like we hate love too. Only God can judge. That's it. I got that from Rastaman shit. Yeah, this is a system. Thank you, Corey. I was late, but appreciate you being up in here. You can't never be late because I ain't never on time. You hear me? I come through whenever it is I come through. You can't be late. But I'm finna end this live. I've been on here for 90 minutes. Appreciate the people that's sending roses, people that's been tapping the screen, people that been listening. Uh, peace, love, and good vibrations and health to you and yours, if you hear me. Hey, y'all, coming together. If you want to know how you can contribute, how you can participate in what we doing, I encourage you to get at Medusa, get at Siobhan. She will direct you to how your contribution or your efforts can be best put to use for the group. Because this is a group effort. I'm just like a face on it. That's it. It's more behind the scenes than you know. Other than that, y'all enjoy y'all evening. I'm up out of here. Peace.